Words to the media which effectively have them dancing around their words.
Mate, I'm contracted into next year, so like I said before, I'm really committed in terms of this season. Like it's, I'm not just going to wave the white flag and waste a year. Like there's a lot of footy to play out this year.
I've always loved my time at the Giants, and I've always backed us to compete for flags and try and make finals. And so I've never really been in this position ever like that. And the only reason I guess we are is because I'm a bit older in my career, and I just want to assess, I guess, life after footy and what that looks like. I dare say we move back to Melbourne if we've got multiple kids, just for family reasons. I want to be at a club that's competing. I want to get the best out of my last few years of my career.
So Toby Greene actually referencing his desire to get back to Melbourne post-career, and I feel that conversation being now felt by other football clubs, Lordo, Jimmy, Sam, that it's ready to be had, this full chat to be had in October, formally this year and in the lead up to it as well. Paddy Cripps has long made it known that he too, for family reasons, is likely to head back to WA once his career is up, and even hearing him say that in terms of this season, he's actually distanced himself from the contract he's got for 2027.
Yeah, I think it's just a sign of the change in the industry, and I think we still hold hope the romance of a one-club player, and especially using Toby Greene, for example. And you're right there, Sam. I think he's highly regarded as the best Giant ever. Of course, Jeremy Cameron was excellent. Cal Ward, of course, with his career. But he's probably looking at it. He'll be 33 next year. Whitfield will be 32. Hogan 32. Kelly 32. Canelio 33. Stringer 33. All next year. And they're still the core players. And a lot of those guys, of course, with Hogan, Kelly, Canelio and Stringer, have had many injuries throughout the course of their career. They're not exactly fresh 32 and 33-year-olds, and he'd be weighing up going, well, I've done all the hard yards. If we've got to go back 18 months, I think people are a little bit more open-minded to see those players, go finish your career where you want to finish.
But does it change it, Lloydie, depending on what you're chasing it for? So, for instance, those two players, they could be very different reasons. Paddy Cripps might just want to go home to WA and play for a team that might be further away from a flag in West Coast. But in Toby's situation, maybe he's thinking, well, I had my best crack at a flag with GWS. They're not going to win one now. Maybe I go home and go somewhere where I could win one.
But Toby did reference the fact that, if he has any more kids, both of their families are
from Melbourne
based. And that's always the situation you're going to have with, long-time tenants in an interstate club. Obviously being drafted from Melbourne, you go up to New South Wales. At some stage, you might want to head back home around family to get the support.
I think, Sam, in their best, the both of them will try. So Cripps, if he goes home, he'll be trying for Fremantle, surely. So it's because he's crying out for some success, like Zach Merritt, and I think the same for Toby Greene. If he has his preference, he's going to a club that he might be. Toby wants to be on the MCG holding up the cup. I've never seen a guy hurt as bad. I've seen plenty hurt, but Toby Greene, when he lost that grand final, distraught. So think of Luke Hodge. Luke Hodge, I could never have imagined playing for another club. He was phased out by Hawthorn though, so it's a little bit different. But he played for Brisbane. I think, as Jimmy
said, so too was Sam Mitchell.
Sam Mitchell was as well. Yeah. And when we retired, we couldn't stomach the thought of it. It was a big thing to do, whereas nowadays it's more of a business than ever before. So I don't think we'd begrudge any of them.
They've got some interesting list decisions to make, Jimmy, not just with their ageing stars, but some of the ones that are coming through as well. Max Gruzewski is one of those. He's been doing some pretty noticeable things, I think, Jimmy, up forward. And we can tell you tonight that his future at the club is directly tied to that of Jesse Hogan. So if Jesse Hogan decides to re-sign and go again, this man will look to come back to Victoria.
Guaranteed out if Hogan stays.
Look, nothing's a guarantee in the words of Craig Drummond, but if Jesse Hogan is playing for the Giants next year, I don't think Max will be.
Yeah, 3 years at the Giants. They put development into him. Of course, he's got to be part of this next crop. Now, the thing for the Giants, while they've been contending for so long, means you don't get access to too much top-end talent. I know they've got Green and Callaghan, who are very pointy end, and Ash, but they've had a number of drafts where they've been back in the first round and even into the second round. And so once you've got guys in there, you've got them comfortable and established, you've got to try and hang on to them now at the right price, of course.
Sam, I'm interested in your thoughts on the thought process and the thinking behind the Gold Coast and how they manage